Yellowstone Season 5 Part 1 ended with a major cliffhanger, highlighting the sharp division within the Dutton family. On the one hand, we had Beth and John extremely pissed off by the fact that Jamie dared to impeach John. On the other hand, we had Jamie having a both romantic and business relationship with Sarah from Market Equities, having no trouble with making an enemy out of his family. At the very last seconds of the shocking episode, both sides were plotting to kill the other party. Admittedly, it was a power move for both parties, as it felt like the show was building up to reach this very moment for the past 5 years. However, it was also a bit too on the nose, isn't it? Think about it. Would Duttons decide to kill one of their own this easily when there is an apparent enemy in present? Now you may argue that Jamie isn't actually Dutton, as he is adopted. You might also argue that we didn't reach this point easily. It took years of betrayal, disappointment, and frustration for both sides to feel this determined to eliminate the other. And we have to admit that you would mostly be right in these arguments. And yet, here is a list of strong counter-arguments for you to ponder upon up until the release of Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2. First of all, even though Jamie is adopted, he is raised as a Dutton. For years, he was oblivious to the fact that he was adopted, and John treated him like he was his biological son. Of course, John being John didn't provide Jamie with the necessary affection and care for the most part. Instead, he ordered Jamie what to do and directed him in a way that would be beneficial for the ranch in the future. However, we can argue that this was the case for all the Dutton children. They were all raised with a single purpose in mind: protect the Yellowstone Ranch at all costs, and we believe Jamie is aware of that. He knows that regardless of whether it was right to raise a son like this or not, he has an unmatched fondness for that ranch in his heart, and he cannot deny it. Remember the time he thought he was going to be announced as the candidate for the governor of Montana? When he saw John and Beth there, he assumed that they were there to support him, and he was happy like a child. Despite everything, he wanted to have his family's support and affection. When he found out that Garrett was the one who plotted those attacks on his family, he was not only shocked but also brokenhearted, as he didn't wish for his family to get hurt no matter what. Even after John has become the governor, Jamie has made the right choice of siding with him, supporting his campaign and cause despite disagreeing with his father on multiple political issues. So it would be a stretch to claim that Jamie is the enemy of the Duttons and the Yellowstone Ranch. On the contrary, he loves his family and the ranch but cannot get the love he needs in return. Well, actually, we as the audience know that John feels somewhat similar to Jamie as well. Remember the time when Beth forced Jamie to kill his biological father? When she returned to the ranch, she found John crying outside, apparently waiting for her return the entire night. He said, "Tell me you did not kill him. Despite everything, he is my son, and I can't help but love him." These might be the most emotional words that we heard out of John's mouth in years. He explicitly stated that he cannot handle the killing of Jamie, even if they fell apart. Later on, after becoming the governor, when he saw Beth disrespecting Jamie, he warned her to be more respectful toward her brother. He also reminded Jamie that his duty in life is to protect the Yellowstone Ranch at all costs. Now, when we consider all these points, we can't help but question their sincerity at the ending of Yellowstone Season 5 Part 1. Why would they kill one another when there is Sarah and Market Equities in present? Perhaps they are working together against the Market Equities and use Jamie as a pawn to misdirect Sarah. Remember, Beth was there when Sarah and Jamie first hook up. How did she know that they would meet there at that very moment? Besides, she stole Sarah's identity, and Jamie didn't even question that. Jamie, who knows his sister better than anyone, would immediately understand that Beth was the one who stole it. But the couple didn't even mention the lost identity card. Also, Jamie knows that his family is capable of doing everything. So, would he seriously put his life in danger by attempting to impeach his father just because he trusts someone he knows for only a couple of weeks? Well, if it makes sense to you, great. But it certainly doesn't make sense to us. We believe there is a high chance of Jamie and John working together, and even Beth might be oblivious to such cooperation. If that's the case, it would be the biggest plot twist in Yellowstone history, and we are certainly here for it. What are your thoughts about potential cooperation between Jamie and John? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.